Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. If you're listening to this on iTunes, please be sure to leave a review. This week I thought I'd do something a little different. I'm going to answer 11 questions in 11 minutes. So, here goes. I'm resenting a lovely boyfriend because he's not as ambitious and hardworking as I am. Can it ever work? Well, resentment is one of the things that leads to breakups and divorces. So that's not a good emotion to feel towards someone. Remember, not everyone is going to be as ambitious as you. So if that's important to you, then you need to find someone who is just as ambitious and hardworking as you. Otherwise, you're just going to drive him nuts because you're going to be pushing him to be something that he's not. Either accept him as he is or find someone else. Next question. Is it better to tell your boyfriend if you cheated on him or not? And this can go either way. Is it better to tell your girlfriend? So a lot of these are interchangeable between men and women. Don't assume it just because it's women asking the questions that it doesn't apply to men. So you have to ask yourself, was it a one-time thing that you cheated on him and then you realized it was a mistake, you're not going to do it again? In that case, no. Do not tell him. Do not give him that cross to bear. He will never be able to fully trust you. And if you're not going to do it again, then he really doesn't need to know. Now, if you cheated on him because you're unhappy and you're not sure if you're going to cheat again, you think you might, then you need to either fix what is causing you to cheat, meaning the problems that you have with him, or maybe you're just not suited for each other and you need to find someone else. But to stay and cheat just makes no sense. I mean, why be with someone that you have to cheat on? Either fix it or move on. Next question. How do I ask a guy out? You don't. It's up to the man to ask. You want, I'm assuming, a masculine man, an alpha male, and an alpha male, if he's interested, is going to do the asking. And if he's not asking you out, it's because he's not interested or he's seeing someone else, or maybe he's gay and you don't know it. So don't try to take away his job. Don't try to be the man. Let him do it if he's interested. Next, this is an interesting one. If you discover a friend's fiance has a criminal record and the wedding is in 2 weeks, what to do? What the hell? Okay, so first of all, what kind of crime was it? I mean, was it murder? Was it white collar? What was it? If it was something, inconsequential, you really need to think about whether you're going to bring this up. But if it was something that could harm her, or you think it would cause her to break the engagement, then you need to bring it up, but don't say, hey, did you know that your fiance has a criminal record? Because she's going to feel stupid if she doesn't know, and she's not going to have a very good reaction. So you have to be a little sneaky about how you bring this up. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So what you're going to say is, I think it's great that whatever his name is, Bob, has changed so much and become such a wonderful person that you're willing to bypass, overlook, his past. And then she'll be like, well, what do you mean? Oh, well, of course, I'm sure he's told you about, blah, 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 the criminal record. That way, she can save face. Even if she doesn't know, she can just pretend to and then figure out what she's going to do from there. She can just go, oh, yeah, of course, yeah, sure. And then she'll be like, what the hell? I'm going to find out about this. If she doesn't already know, maybe she does know. So don't assume she doesn't know, but that's how you bring it up. Just assume that she knows and she's such a wonderful person and he's such a wonderful person that he's changed and she's willing to overlook that. Okay? All right, next question. How do I spot the players sooner to avoid them? Players are really not that difficult to spot. Everything is so difficult, unless you're like a grade A1 player, which there are very few of those, so you probably won't encounter one. Basically, they always betray themselves through their actions. They're all talk and no action, so talk, and then you can't find them. When you're looking for them, they always have excuses. There's always something happening. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I texted you, but that text never went through and I just found out. Or, I'm hanging out with my friend here. I just happened to check my phone. Something's always happening. Oh, my car broke down. There's always something going on. I mean, come on. Usually there's nothing going on except that they're cheating. So if a person's actions continually don't match their words, they're a player. Okay, next question. Why won't he date me? I know he likes me. He's 24 and I'm 34. Well, how do you know he likes you? A, are you just projecting, thinking that he does? And maybe he's not into older women. Not everyone is into older women, as wonderful as they are. So if he's interested, he will date you. And if he's not, then he won't. It's really not that difficult. So that's it. Keep it moving. Next question. When a guy shows interest but still has a hidden active dating profile. All right, well, you're not his girlfriend. And how do you know it's hidden? And how can you see it if it's hidden? I don't understand this question. But anyways, he can show interest. If he doesn't have a girlfriend, he can show interest. Doesn't mean that he's doing anything wrong. He's just checking out his options, which is the same thing that you should be doing, by the way. Okay, next question. A guy told me he thought I was everything he searched for in a girl. And then he sort of went ghost. What do you mean, sort of? You either ghost or you don't. You can't be a half a ghost. You're either a full ghost or not a ghost at all. It's kind of like being half pregnant, So you don't look at what someone says, you look at their actions. So I don't care what he said. And that's where a lot of people, especially women, they get caught up because they pay more attention to words than actions. And until someone's actions match their words, you just let whatever they say go in one ear and out the other. You don't hear a thing they say. You're deaf. La, 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 la. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. I just see your actions. What's that quote? What you do speaks so loudly, I can't hear a word you say. Perfect. So it doesn't care. Don't worry about what anyone says. Look at what they do. And even more important than that, look at their patterns. If they do it once, it may not say anything. But if they continually do it, then that really tells you something about that person. Okay, next question. Mr. Big, the ex-love of my life, called me. Do I tell him I have feelings? No. Why would you do that? It doesn't matter if you have feelings. He's the one that needs to have feelings for you. Because even if you have feelings for him, if he has feelings for you, it's not going to happen, right? Just like if a guy calls you up and tells you, oh, I have feelings for you. Well, if you don't have feelings for them, you're like, okay, that's nice. So don't just hand yourself over like that on a silver platter. If he's interested, then he's going to have to work his way back into your life. He's going to have to earn you. Don't just, they want to earn you. They don't want it to be that easy. So don't think that, oh, well, I'll tell him I have feelings and then he'll want me and he'll tell me he has feelings too and then we'll get together. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Next question. What can I say to motivate him for himself, to do well for himself and not feel so down? Well, ultimately, he has to motivate himself. Everyone has to be their own self-motivator. You can't be there like his mom, like, come on, son. Come on, you can do it. Come on. You can't tell him that you believe in him, that you're there for him, that you have his back, and that's about it. But at the end of the day, you can't motivate himself for himself. He has to do it for himself. And also don't get caught up in him. When he's down, don't feel like you need to be down too. The best thing you can do for him actually in that situation is to be up. He needs some upliftment. So don't think, well, he's depressed, so I have to act depressed too. No. Lift him up, be happy, be your wonderful self, and that will be a motivation also. Okay, and finally, why would a guy say, we definitely need to do this again, make a date, then break it, and ghost me? That's the new term, ghost. I love it. Because he's not that interested. He just wanted to say something at the end of the date. So he wanted to come across as a good guy. Or maybe he really did have an intention to get together, but he probably didn't. So that's just something that guys say. Again, don't pay attention to what they say. So he just says, oh, we definitely need to do this again. Meanwhile, he's thinking, we are never doing this again. So, of course, then he makes a date because he wants to make it seem like, he really wasn't lying and he really does want to see you again. Knowing that, of course, he could always break the date and then disappear. So he's not interested, so keep it moving. All right, this was fun. We'll do it again. Thanks so much for listening. If you have any questions or comments, or you are interested in private coaching, you can contact me at my website, theartoflove.net. I realize this hasn't been 11 minutes. What can I say? I talk fast. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.